everybody, welcome back to IGN Live at E3. I'm Naomi Kyle, and I hope your day is going great. Coming up now is God of War Ascension, a prequel story for Kratos.
As I live and breathe, Todd Pappy. How you doing?
Great, great.
God of War Ascension, huh? What's this thing all about? I'll say, before you even start, I want to get it right on the record. I love God of War 3. Whenever I talk about God of War 3, I describe it as PlayStation 3 visual porn.
Yes.
And I thought that's what it was. And then to see the God of War Ascension single player stuff that we're going to see right now, when I saw it at the Sony press conference, I was blown away by the detail in it. But before we get to any of that, that's it. That's your pat on the back. Now the hard-hitting questions start. What is happening in God of War Ascension?
God of War Ascension is, the single player story is all about how do you undo selling your soul to the devil? And that is the question that we wanted to answer, because it's not like something that, you know, oh, Ares, I quit, you were mean to me. You know, it's not something you walk away from.
No,
you
not
know?
that easily.
And so that's what this story is about, is basically the trials and tribulations that he goes through in order to break his oath with a god.
All right. Yeah, do we want to start playing it?
Sure.
All right. So yeah, what's happening actually in this demo as it gets going?
This is Kratos arriving at Delos, which is about 60% through the story. The whole idea behind it is that this is where Artemis and Apollo were born, and Kratos is in search of an item that will help him on his journey.
And again, look at how good this game looks.
Yeah,
like, I'm not even being my normal, you know, this Sony fanboy persona I have on the internet. It looks beautiful. You can't argue that.
Our artists and programmers know how to make the PS3 sing now.
Yeah, well, you talked a little bit about this before we did. I mean, how did that happen? How did that come about? What's different?
Well, I think the biggest thing is that we're still building our engine, you know, during God of War 3.
Sure.
And so now we can actually master it. So real quick, we just picked up a sub-weapon, and so we wanted to kind of showcase those as a new way to fight. So we've actually moved the fun button, what we called circle, to R1. So now you can tether into guys, and that's actually what will initiate those kill sequences as well. So now we've got all of our attacks on our face buttons.
So now, when you're doing all this stuff, how hard is it to come up with new things like this? Do you worry about, like, well, you know, this is a prequel, so why would Kratos not have done this in God of War 2 or 3? Or do you just say, it's a video game, let's have fun?
Exactly.
Okay.
You know, I think the main thing about this is, you know, we might be known as the Michael Bay of video games, just because we love to do over-the-top shit.
Sure.
So it's, you know, for us, it's making sure that we want to play to our strengths and make sure that when the player plays it, he has a great time.
Gotcha. So then, what's the, you know, you're talking about breaking this bond with Ares. What are Kratos' actions then? Is he going on missions from Ares and then trying to figure it out, or? No,
so this is roughly about 6 months to a year after he killed his wife and kid.
Yeah.
And our directive giver, who I don't want to give away just yet, basically said, you know, hey, this is how you can break your bonds.
Gotcha.
And, you know, go and get these things, go see these people, and, you know, kind of like a traditional God of War story. And then from there, you know, that's kind of how you end up at this island, at this big statue. So here we're actually hinting Charybdis, and
of course, good old Charybdis.
Yes.
So now, you know, who is Charybdis? I was kidding. Well, I don't know who the hell Charybdis is.
I mean, Charybdis. There's Charybdis in Sicilia, or it's not Sicilia. It's but it was actually one of the creatures in Ghost of Sparta.
Okay.
The opening boss fight.
Ah, okay. Then I do know her.
But basically, Charybdis is actually a whirlpool creature, and so we're not showing that off yet.
Gotcha. Well, you're rewinding time here, rebuilding something.
Yeah.
Is this? Are you here on IGN to announce your, you know, connection to Singularity?
No. Well, this was our take on it. So we wanted to. We thought there were some cool mechanics, but we wanted to kind of take it so that you can actually stop it halfway and, you know, just think about the puzzle possibilities that you can create with that, and that's kind of where we got it from, and
is this
what we started
is this
thinking
an
about.
inborn, like, Kratos power or something that Ares gave him? Or?
No, this is something that you acquire from a boss.
Gotcha.
So here we're showing off our new nav. We don't have the freeway on the wall anymore. So,
gotcha.
And then, you know, we wanted to show off just a very, very light puzzle. You wouldn't be able to get up normally, so you had to use it to get up to this higher point.
Now, one of the things people were talking about after they saw this at the Sony PlayStation press conference was about how the fact that there's no HUD right now. Is that strictly for demo purposes? Will the normal HUD come back? Okay.
Yeah, in demo we run clean, but I mean for the most part, when you're running around and there's no enemies around, we try to run as clean as we possibly can.
Now right there, that I've been told is a defining moment.
It is.
Kratos pushes the one man away. It saves a life.
It was one of those things where, you know, our demo in God of War 3, the guy came out on burning building and you picked him up and smashed his head versus lightly stepping around him kind of thing. So we wanted to show, we talked about showing different sides of Kratos and we wanted to show that as well.
So is he more of a man now than a demigod?
Yes, he is. So it's, again, you know, he's still the Spartan general. He's still brutal and ruthless and very, very powerful. But again, we wanted to show something new. We want to show a different side of his personality that you haven't seen before.
Well, great. This is like one of the crescendo moments, so we're going to end here. But we're going to let it play out for a second because this is awesome. You know, Kratos can never just have the easy way, can he?
Right.
He can never
exactly.
Just walk over
exactly.
There. Look at the blood pouring on him. Don't tell me this game doesn't look awesome.
We want to get close to him.
Great. Well, Todd, God of War Ascension. When's it coming out?
Comes out March 12th, 2013.
All right, sounds great. Give me another handshake.
Thanks,
Pleasure. Naomi, back to you.
Oh, can't wait for that. Thanks, guys. Up next, we're going to see some adorable mascots beat each other up. PlayStation All-Stars is coming up next.